And we're back. And hey, haven't seen her in a while. Check out this fancy new entrance video for our North American champion, FWA NA champion, So Ryung Park, the Green Giant. Last we saw her, she had a successful title defense against TWF's AKi-Man. And to be quite honest, I don't think her current opponent right here is going to have that same amount of success. This crowd reacts very well for So Ryung Park. And the bell is rung. We are underway. Park, very tentative right now. Oh, a strike from her opponent. And a big chop knocking her opponent down! Park, not exactly capitalizing on it. Like she has no... Oh! I spoke too soon. The opponent trying to, I guess trying to go strike for strike with Park, and Park immediately shows how unsuccessful that attempt is. And wait a minute, already her walk in the park powerbomb finisher. Park goes for the pin. Tommy Thompson counts to 1. Oh, now that just pissed Park off. Park is not exactly happy right now. Oh, she goes for another powerbomb attempt. And she hits it! Referee 1, 2, and 3! Not many people can get up from 2 powerbombs from So Ryung Park. But still, that was an amazingly short match. Little to no offense on the part of her opponent. I tell you, I've known this woman for years, and yet her power and strength still amaze me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of our half-hour broadcast of Fight TV. Here we have long-time rivalry. You may have seen the YouTube Classics clip of Park versus a very different styled Edison's Frank than we see today. And now we'll see a modern day, a current encounter between these two. Here we have the unsettling Edison's Frank. Oh. Well, apparently we have somebody in the audience trying to mess with him, and I really don't think that's a good idea. He doesn't look like the most stable of individuals. Kind of bumping into the ring there. What an unusual character. Edison's Frank. And here we have the entrance of OJ-FWA co-founder John Copyright McKay. As I mentioned, McKay and Frank, longtime rivalry. During this era, McKay called himself Mickey Mofo and had that, how do you say, that bear suit gimmick. Nevertheless, the rivalry continues. See the MM on those gloves. standing for, I assume, Mickey Mofo. John McKay, partially retired, but still as impressive as ever. I know I say that before the match has even begun, but I can't help it. I really enjoy watching this guy go. His personality behind the scenes may be something else, but in the ring, he sure can go, and he shows it right there. And is he celebrating his move, or is he disappointed at not being able to hit something else? Who knows? And of course, Frank capitalizes on that. Big chop knocking McKay down. And a headbutt nailing John McKay. And we have some choking, as is the forte of Edison's Frank. This Edison's Frank is a very unpredictable, unusual individual. And his moveset may change from match to match. Interesting, McKay with that dragon screw. McKay, nice, overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Frank fighting back. Big headbutt knocking McKay down. Frank in control here, but misses that headbutt, and suppose he loses that control. Front face lock to a dragon screw. McKay missing that flipping leg drop attempt. McKay looks like he's going for a pile driver here, or a power bomb. But Frank able to back body drop him out of it. Oh! That headbutt looking like it caught McKay as he was trying to get out. Now to the outside. Big chop by McKay. Again, trying for that powerbomb or pile driver, whatever it may be. And again, Frank gets out of it. This Frank is a... Oh my God! McKay sandwiched between ass and concrete. I was just about to say, oh! Frank looking like he's calling for the next shot there, and it happened. McKay taking the head of Frank, bashing it against those steel steps. But we don't know how much that will actually affect Frank, to be quite honest with you. Frank, dangerous and unpredictable to be sure. McKay with a submission hold on the outside. Looks like this is more to hurt his opponent than actually make anyone give up. Frank with a jumping headbutt that sends McKay sprawling to the mat. Another one has the same effect. Frank with that big boot. Literally flipping McKay. McKay with some kicks and some punches and a big wind up and pitch. McKay stepping away at the leg of Frank. Not quite sure I know McKay's strategy here with the stomping at the legs, but big wind up and another pitch. And it looks like he's going to go for another. Yes! And that leg drop hits. Not sure what the strategy is. Working the leg. I know Frank has been known to pull off a moonsault every now and again, which is very unusual for a man of his size. But it looks like Frank is easily able to get out of those submission attempts. Ooh! Nice elbow to the throat. Now I say submission attempts. I'm sure McKay was not actually attempting to make him submit. Especially not on the outside. Frank going to work on that weak spot there. It looked like he was going to go for another one, and instead he slingshots him to the corner. Frank with a big DDT. Frank, what's this? Frank stepping on the back of McKay. That cannot feel good. Shooting McKay to the corner. Big body splash on the corner. And that clubbing blow to the back. Taking McKay down. It looks like we have another attempt at a slingshot, and, well, he gets it. Frank in total control. McKay. Whoa. Looks like despite Frank being in total control, Frank might not actually be in the best of shape right now. And, well, maybe that was McKay's strategy. Maybe that was his strategy with the legs. Maybe that's why Frank was not able to run there. Looks like Frank is still perfectly able to get out of those holds. Neck breaker on the part of Frank. He goes for the pin here. Tommy Thompson counting to 2. McKay kicks out. McKay's determination should not be a surprise to anyone. What's this? Backbreaker by Edison's Frank to McKay. Frank is one scary individual. Frank pushing McKay. McKay fighting back. Shoots Frank to the corner. McKay's head obviously not in the best of shape. McKay shoots Frank over the top rope, but Frank comes right back in. McKay with some kicks. And a nice drop kick there. McKay flipping clothesline. McKay with that sort of cattle mutilation hold, which he used very often in the early days. Not so much now. So it's very interesting to see that move coming back. McKay gets a 2 count on Frank. McKay letting go of that attempt at a pile driver. Maybe he thought better of it. Frank again collapsing before he can even hit McKay. And again, going for that old-fashioned cattle mutilation maneuver he used so often. And again, Frank collapsing. Now McKay wanting to make sure that damage will last throughout the match. Slow to break the hold despite the ref calling for it. Both men tired. Both men exhausted. McKay shoots Frank to the corner. Frank collapses. This may be it for Frank. This may be all. McKay with a front face lock. Frank fighting out of it. My God, he hits him with that flying shoulder tackle. What's this? Frank goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Tommy Thompson counts to 3. My God. What a surprise victory. Now these two have had victories back and forth against each other, but still, that one seemed to come out of nowhere. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Fight TV.
ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。